Hey everybody, Pastor Matt here. I'm coming to you on Friday, May the 22nd. It's hard to believe we're already on the 22nd, heading into Memorial Day weekend. This particular update is going to be completely dedicated to helping you understand what our regathering plan is. It's going to be a phased in type of plan as we look for ways to be able to come back together. We believe that not only is it healthy for us to make sure that we're keeping our distance from each other, but there's also other aspects of health where we need to be sure that we are with each other and that we do have the importance of those relationships. So there's a way that we can work in phases to be able to balance those two things out. We certainly will do that. I want to share this graphic with you that we are sure appreciative of Josh Armstrong being able to help us with this. Hopefully you can see it okay. I'll try and bump it up. Sorry about that. Bump it up to where you can see this a little bit better. You see ARBC Regathering Plan. And here we go. Let me pull this down. So you can see we do have 4 phases. And so I'll stop moving the graphic around to make sure that you all don't get ill. But here's phase number 1 that you see. And this is called All Safe at Home, online only, no in-person gatherings, ministries, or meetings on campus at all. Um, when we do have those meetings, we make sure that we are adhering to 10 persons or less apart from each other. And that's what we've been doing with our worship services that we have had for you online. And so the next one, this bullet point, accessing worship gatherings via arbc.net or on Facebook, and then accessing small groups and meetings via Zoom, which we have had a number of those things take place. Some of you are most aware of what those are. So that's the phase that we're in right now. Here's phase number 2, that when we begin to get together, this is the next deal, is smaller worship gatherings. Worship gatherings commence in smaller numbers with more services. So right now we average about 150, 160. At least that was what it was before everybody started coming in. But we do know that not everybody's going to be coming back immediately, but there are some that will want to. And so what we're going to do is have smaller groups and limit them to 50. And we're going to ask you all to sign up for which service you want to come to. And if we recognize that we're going to be having more than 100 people wanting to come to our worship service, which we believe that we will, then we'll offer 3 different services. And we will let you know when those services are, and we'll provide plenty of time in between to make sure that we are cleaning things according to the CDC's prescribed standards. And we're going to ask you to have social distancing that will still be observed for that. Smaller groups and other ministries and meetings to take place online. This one may raise some eyebrows. Vulnerable and compromised groups asked to join us online. So what that means is this: if you're ill, coughing, have a fever, or your immune system may be compromised based upon pre-existing conditions, we're going to ask you to really use some wisdom there. But you'll be asked and encouraged to, maybe we can reword that, but you'll be encouraged to join us online. I know that's going to affect my wife. She is compromised with lupus right now. So that's what we're going to be looking at. It's directly affecting our family. Here we are in phase 3. Incremental small group gatherings. So multiple worship gatherings will continue, but with more brought in. Small groups and ministries meeting in the building again. But again, we're going to be sure to be very, very careful with the social distancing. And again, vulnerable and compromised groups will be asked to join us online, to be very, very careful. Phase 4, oh, what a day that'll be when we're all back and we're all in. Worship gatherings, ministries, and meetings all back in action with no restrictions. Now, we're actually going to be having probably like a phase 1A or maybe a phase 2A, depending on how you want to look at it. We're looking at right now to either have an FM transmitter, which is very difficult because the FCC's guidelines. We're going to be looking at either doing an FM transmitter or to see if our Wi-Fi will actually cover the parking lot. If it does, then what we're going to do, hopefully next Sunday, hopefully next Sunday on May the 31st, we're going to have some sort of service where we're together. And We'll have it in one of the parking lots. We will let you know, but we are looking into this right now. We're asking our IT team, and we're asking other people that are involved with tech to see what kind of options that we have. I want to really thank Dee Dunn. I apologize. The words are not coming right now, but I want to really thank Dee Dunn for organizing the ladies get together in the South parking lot yesterday. That was tremendous seeing everybody. Everybody's morale was boosted, and it just confirmed that we've got to find times to be able to get together. Um, it is good, yes, for our physical health to make sure that we are being careful with that, but it's also good to be together for our emotional and our mental health as well. We were created for relationships. We were created for community. And so we're going to do what we can with these plans in place to be able systematically to be able to phase back in our meetings together. So keep us in prayer as we do this. And we're going to be heading into Memorial Day weekend. And I want you to remember, don't just think about it as a time where you can just barbecue, or you can where it's just going to be about, I don't know, food and whatever it may be. Memorial Day is a way for us to remember those who gave their lives in battle so that we might be able to have the freedoms that we have. So let's make sure we take time to remember them. And let's make sure that we join on Sunday as we look at 1 Corinthians 9:15-27. Yes, that's 13 verses. We're going to cover a little bit of territory, but we're going to be talking about big reach, basking in the Great Commission. I look forward to seeing you there. Join us at 9:30 as we have our pre-service run-up, where it'll be a time not only to let you know about what's coming up, but also a time of prayer. And after the services, we're going to be having another drive-by goodbye, this time for Paul and Jimmy Lou Smith. They are moving to the southeast, to Foley, Alabama, right next to the Gulf, and um, they're leaving right away. So we want to make sure we have a chance to say goodbye to them and to thank them for all that they've meant to us. Paul has served as our moderator. He's now our chairman of the deacons, building and grounds. Jimmy Lou, she served as our preschool director. We want to make sure that we send them off well. Hey, thanks for bearing with me on the stumbles and the mumbles and such, but it's the first time that I've done something like this where I'm sharing a screen with you like this. So thanks for bearing with me, and it's been good seeing you and been good hearing from you. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.